Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Let's see which zodiac sign needs the next reading. Leo, welcome back, Leo people and placements. Let's dive in for you guys. Being called to pull. Only choose things that bring calm was already out, so maybe you're connected with Aquarius' reading. I'm not sure if that came out during the reading, but Leo energies. We have harp, great happiness here. We have affairs with your family, so you could be sprouting new trees. There could be huge changes in your life with moon on the bottom. We do have the full moon today and on Monday in Scorpio. Yeah, you could be moving out of some kind of like lack into greater happiness regarding like your romance. Anything else for Leos? You could be choosing to quit a job or leave a job. Yeah, time to get out of a situation. Interesting. There could be like a new creative idea or venture, a fresh start. Maybe with somebody that's very kind or has like paler qualities. There could be new opportunities, possibilities, paths opening up. It could be a time to go out and have fun. You could be leaving behind anything that was tense. You could be healing any kind of heartache and moving out of a period of frustrations or lessons to be learned. You could be integrating the lessons, which allows you to move towards greater happiness or improved health as well. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, you could be cutting off anything that was impeding you or getting rid of those things. Something about June could be relevant as well. You could be like, you could have a secret admirer or something as well. Okay. Yeah, there could be some kind of like sex or intimacy that's coming in, or some kind of rebirth connected with a woman. This could be like somebody you're in a relationship with, or it could be like a big change or a shift. I could be talking to like a masculine Leo subset. Yeah, there could be some kind of good news. Maybe you're going on a journey with this person. There could be like a protection from negative forces, which allows money or properties to kind of flow in. It could be resolving problems. You could have realized you had to disconnect with things that weren't working or only bring sorrow. And I feel like this guides you towards like a better solution in some way. You could be like burning bridges as well. I think something like matured you. There could be like a vacation here on the horizon. You could be moving towards good fortune as well. You could be taking a more flexible approach to things as well, or strategizing better. You could be giving a gift as well. You could be keeping things hush hush, persevering, and you overcome. Interesting. Could be moving away from like worry, and this allows you to successfully overcome a problem, and maybe even a connection takes place and where you increase your efforts and there is some kind of like growth regarding a relationship. There could be a celebration regarding that. You could be moving beyond any kind of struggles you might have faced with this person. Okay, Leo, let's get you actions or advice. Leo's advice messages, please. Could be dealing with Libra. Imagine. You could be expanding your mindset. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo energies. Be tapping into greater intuition. Could be a new beginning of some sort. Indecision is extremely frustrating and leads to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you cannot remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you do make the choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. So you might have a relationship question or a question about like a relationship, if it's worth investing in. It will take a little answer from the tarot. So definitely go ahead and pose your question and we'll get a yes or no. Wow, okay. This could be somebody like a feminine that's focused on their career or job. This could be also somebody with earth sign placements. There could be a change that has to happen in this connection as well. Some kind of communication regarding how we work together or how like who contributes what. Yeah, this could be a Libra. This could be something about like establishing better justice or harmony or harmonics at the connection or like better communication as well. Yeah. Because I feel like somebody could have been overgiving or something like that. I'm not sure. Let's get you a white light. Leos. And a pauses. You could have taken a time period of pause at Aurora of Gamma. Interesting. We have Sacrament of Extreme Unction. And we have Oracle of Chaldea. Let's see. It is time to let go of what has been. You swiftly outgrow the past. Explore and commit to a spiritual practice that supports your personal transformation so that you can cross the threshold before you now. Embrace your freedom to be creative in your approach rather than doggedly committing yourself to previous plans or ideas. So that mutability, right? That flexibility. You have the spiritual intelligence necessary to evolve. Continue your healing journey with trust, and a positive outcome is imminent. Shifting our gray matter gears into gamma waves facilitates the breaking up of stagnant modes of thinking and behaving. This is a sacred frequency of evolution. Humans who are stuck in patterns repeat the same stories, same words, and same thoughts over and over on a repeated loop. I heard time loop. The soul can begin to wither in such a constriction. What is needed is something new and increasingly alive, like the life-stimulating grace that encounters with the unfamiliar. Connection to gamma waves increases our capacity to embrace the unfamiliar, and through that process of being, constructive adaptation is enhanced. Our way of being becomes more fluid, responsive, and creative. We engage with experiences and grow positively through how we respond to what's happening. Aurora of Gamma indicates a shift into a new cycle, but also the growing presence of a light within, which is the creative light of spirit. Tuning into that light opens up options for living soulfully away from the grip of ignorance, no longer constantly ensnared by the compelling but ultimately fraudulent conjurations of ego. Her new era is inner transformation with positive external consequences. Trust in that your inner light is manifesting in your heart and in the world. So you are doing a lot of healing as well, or tapping into your soul blueprint. Leo messages for Leo. Something about family. Could have passed on loved ones that are watching you as well, or guiding. This could be a father, could be a grandmother. Somebody here could be from the Bronx or Boston. Gamajin is here as a spirit. That could be portal here as well. So there is some kind of like shifting portal. Always be more grateful. So you could be shifting into this higher frequency, which manifests a stronger reality. You could be working with others as well, like a therapist or like a business advisor, to kind of shift you into a better way of manifesting your future. Reassess, give and take in relations. Step back. Is love return same amount? Right? Is this a good relationship for you? Are you getting what you want out of this deal? Sabrina the Teenage Witch has also come out. We have a Charmed TV show. So maybe somebody here is very witchy. We have wants to stab you in your back because jealous of your popularity. We have quitting smoking or just reduced. We have changing your destiny leadership. So maybe you're taking leadership which changes your destiny. We have don't hold grudges. So you could be really tapping into your self-love, your soul purpose, your divine blueprint, your strength, stronger, wiser, more successful than ever. Sorry. There's something about music maybe. Like listening to good things. Spirits are cloaking you. So maybe that's important to know, to stay focused. If they act too strong, they're bluffing. If they act meek, they've got it. Could be part of it. Try to block your shine. Okay, and set sail. So maybe you're going somewhere insecure in the reverse. You could be improving your insecurities. Always stick with your initial gut instinct or thought. And be careful of scams. And we have stand your ground / guard. And we have wants to take over your life force energy. Or maybe just your life in general, right? And let's see, call them out. So maybe you're having better communication with somebody, or you're beginning to advocate for yourself more strongly. Anything else for Leos? They wanted you in chaos, worried and fear, destabilize and detach. So I feel like you could be setting sail away from these people. We have open your mind to the divine. So maybe you're working on that. Stand your ground or guard. We read that. We have make connections that benefit you. We have they don't even have good intentions, using you to improve their life. Ciao. And then we have so they could be European or something. Cutting them out, improved your health. Speak up. So a lot of stuff about speaking up. Being careful of scams. Constant positive affirmations. Exclamation point. Online dating. Younger. So maybe this is somebody in your life that you could be working with. Predator acting like the victim. We have people trying to pour cement over your seed. You break through. So this could be like multiple different people in your life. Like there could be a group of haters, then there could be your lover. You know what I mean? You're smarter than they thought. Detoxing. Interesting. Give them time to miss you. Okay. So maybe you're detaching from people. Wants to defame your character. We have don't ignore negativity, overcome. We have Deepaka Padukone, maybe her music or whatever. I don't know how to say her name, sorry. Don't do things that don't resonate with you. Um, they want your crown. We have be careful of stalkers. I think it was in the reverse. Protect your abundance, greedy haters, and 48 laws of power. I believe you now. So maybe somebody's learning something or has like an advisor wants to piss you off to make you break up with them or with him. Rise. We have tried to block your shine. I think we read that. We have living in your own peace, loving yourself, stay grounded. Always stick with your initial gut instinct or thought. We read that. What is this one? Blue aura. So you could have a blue aura. Somebody around you could sleeping like a baby without them. And Purva Shada Nakshatra. This could be a Sagittarius in your life. Leo's advice. Ooh, came out kind of quick. Similar energy to somebody else. Leo. A rebirth is assured. Interesting. Somebody could be like Middle Eastern, or Middle Eastern food could be important. Um, It says, are you holding on to anger, jealousy, or resentment because you got stung? Or could you have just stung yourself by comparing yourself to others? There will always be someone else who is more successful, happier, thinner, richer. Jealousy is a false belief that you can't have what you want or someone could take away something that was supposed to be yours. Let it go and release all those feelings that are making the sting hurt long after the stinger has been removed. While spirit has woken you up and you are now called to trust that disappointment leads you towards a better path, right? Because we all have our destined paths. That's why we reincarnate. Align with spirit now and trust that this too shall pass and is already doing so. For the pain subsides when you stop telling the story of how much it hurt. This could be in a career. I'm seeing somebody like talk to a tarot reader or something, or like a writer or something. I don't know. Something about a beach town, maybe, or taking a vacation somewhere, like going to a retreat. Let's pull an oracle. Leo's messages for Leo. Last messages for Leo energies. We have insects, yeah. A lot of insects, actually. Yeah, you could be becoming more like clear about something. Mulch and manures here, so let's read that. 26. Improving circumstances, ability to hold more. Hardships are coming to an end. The seeds you sowed will be blossoming soon, right? So you can't expect to pick the fruit in the spring, right? Mulch and manure downright stink. It isn't pleasant to work with, but it does serve a very useful purpose. In gardens, it helps to improve soil conditions and increase the dirt's ability to hold more nutrients and water. Of course, manure is the result of animal waste, but there's nothing glamorous about that. But the results are undeniable. Brilliant flowers, ripe fruit, and plethora of summer veggies make the muck and smell worth a little bit of discomfort. The obstacles you have all lately faced are slowly improving your circumstances. The soil you were planting your seeds in before wasn't rich enough for the goals to thrive. You may have attempted to increase your finances, find love, or change jobs, or experience more peace in your life, only to find hard work spoiled again and again. And when that happens too many times, the benevolent universe trying to take steps to fill your life with fertilizer in the form of challenges, changes, losses that ultimately release in new fertile ground. This could be something about astrocartography, like realizing you're employing the same strategies that aren't working, so you decide to like strategize in a way. The good news is that your hardships are coming to an end and you see sprouts shooting out very soon. In the meantime, do your best to understand the lessons your fertilizing period has taught you, because you'll have to start all over again if you don't learn how to maintain what you're growing. This could be about increased like power, power or wealth. Like especially if you're a person that like if you get a raise, you would spend it all right away, or you would level up your life without, properly maybe investing it or something. That could be important. Summer berries is kind of showing itself to me. I wonder if there's a message in there for you. Ripening sweetness and maturity. Be wary of picking your harvest too early and risking losing the sweetness of it all. This could be regarding real estate. We live in a fast world that was never meant to be so fast. It takes months for fruits and vegetables to reach maturity, and there is an important lesson to be learned by observing their growth. Your situation needs time to ripen like the summer berries. Pick your harvest too early, and it might be sour, bitter, or tough to chew. Chew, whereas patience is rewarded by a sweet bounty of juicy fruit. You're on the right path, but it takes more time before you reach your desired outcome, so use this time to tend to small tasks. A garden requires you to be watchful of weeds and pests. Yeah, there was something here about insects. And you can apply the same logic to your goals. Employ practical actions like getting organized or evaluating your progress to help you determine your next steps. Accept this is a process and it is out of your control. Things will progress in proper time, and any attempts to speed things along could leave you with undesirable results. When this card appears, you can trust that you are safely working towards long-term goals and you will find success. It may take longer than you'd like, but nevertheless, it will happen. This could be like about like when you're cooking, you kind of have to create in a way that like allows the food. You can't rush certain cooking things, right? Like if you're gonna burn something, or you have to let the dough rise a bit, right? Or I don't know, unless you're using like instant yeast, but I don't know. There's something about maybe timing, definitely. I don't know when the next full moon will be, but it's definitely coming. That's how moons operate. Let's see if we have any last juicy messages for Leo before we close this out. Messages of advice and guidance for Leo. We have spiritual gifts come with great responsibilities. We have older woman incoming, so this could be somebody mature. Make sure you are in receiving energy. So you might have to like allow yourself to accept something. Be loyal only to yourself, your dreams, your goals, putting yourself first, right? And boomerang. So this could be like the universe giving you back your own kind of shine that you invest in yourself. And yeah, so I would just stay focused. Keep ignoring unimportant people is here as well, lame people. So there could be something about like a humble kind of maybe pay attention to somebody more humble, or there could be a need to kind of just stay manifesting and stay rooted in that more than anything else. Yeah, there was a quote that I heard that where she was saying you can only have a healthy marriage relationship when you're putting your own needs first, right? If you're not doing that, you're going to neglect yourself, and then the relationship's going to crumble because you don't even have enough to give, right? So maybe there's something about that here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like, subscribe, and get a personal use of the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Good luck. Take care.